Hi, welcome to a new Xbench demo. This video deals with a quality assurance feature that is included in the Xbench application. It can help you spot errors in your translated files, such as translation inconsistencies, numeric mismatches, and undesired terminology, among others. The QA functionality only applies to files that are loaded on Xbench as ongoing translation. They can be tag editor files, doc files, or any other file in the supported formats. But remember, they must have this option enabled, ongoing translation. Imagine we have an Xbench project with just a key terms glossary loaded on it. Now we will add our translated files, in this case just one TTX file, as ongoing translation, because we want to perform the QA check. We click on OK, then OK, and Xbench loads our TTX file. Now we have to go to the QA tab, where we will find a list of checks in different categories. When you click on each check group, the list of checks is displayed on the right. You can enable or disable any checkbox at your convenience. The checklists is an advanced feature that will be treated in another video demo. It allows you to define customized checks. And you can easily guess what spell check does. You just have to select your desired language. In the options pane, we can select which segments we want to include in our QA check. Only new segments will exclude 100% matches, for instance. We will leave those checkboxes blank by now. Let's run the QA check. We have to press the Check Ongoing Translation button here. Xbench will show you the QA results in a few seconds. What can be seen here? If we have selected the spell check option, the spell checker results will appear first in this screen. On the left column, you can see the words that probably contain typos. Some can be false alarms, as in the UI control instance. Below, there are 2 true typos that should be corrected. We transfer them to the list of misspellings on the right, so that they will appear on the General QA Results window. You can double-click on each one of them or use the arrows. Then we click on OK. Here is the list of QA results. The first part summarizes the options that have been enabled or disabled. Then we see the first error category, untranslated segment. These are segments that have no target. Up to us if we want to modify them. Following these, there is an inconsistency in target. As you can see, the same source string has 2 different translations. If we want to modify the second instance, we can open the translated segment by opening the pop-up menu and selecting Edit Source, or with the key shortcut Ctrl-Alt-Enter. Xbench will open the TTX file exactly at that point. We can make the appropriate changes there and go back to Xbench. There is no need to close the TTX file while interacting with the Xbench QA. Here is an inconsistency in source. The same translation has been used for 2 different source strings. We could open again the TTX segment, but we won't do it now. Xbench QA also detects tag mismatches, or errors found in tags. In this case, there is a missing character in one of the tags of the string. Numeric mismatches are also shown in this list. As you can see, the number appearing in the target segment is not the same as the number appearing in the source segment. Double blanks. This is a typographical error that could also be corrected here. Repeated words. Sometimes they could be false alarms, but sometimes they are proper errors, like this one. The key term mismatch category shows the translations that do not match the ones defined in the key terms glossary. For instance, as a key term, we have the term replication translated as replica. However, the translator here used replicación, so the translation should be modified. The same happens with user guide here. Finally, the spell check errors are shown, the ones we selected in the spell checker window. We could have corrected all these errors in the TTX file, but actually we have only changed one string. We have to save the TTX file and refresh Xbench if we want to get updated results. In View, Refresh. If we repeat the QA check again on the same file, we won't see any inconsistency in target because it has already been corrected in the TTX file. It is the only error we have corrected in this example. There is an additional feature in the QA tab which allows you to mark some of the reported issues. Once you have marked some issues, you can filter the view. Show all, show marked, hide marked. Besides that, the QA results can be exported to an external file. By selecting Tools, Export QA Results, you will get to a dialog where you can specify a specific file name and location for the list of QA results. Excel is a useful format. So this has been an overview of the Xbench QA functionality. Hope you find it useful for your projects. Thank you.